What's going on, guys? A Straight Tech here, and today I'm gonna be doing a video about 5 things that I like about the OnePlus 8T. Now, I've been having this phone for around 3 months now. I got it when it first came out in October, so now we're in January of 2021. And there's a couple of good things and bad things about this phone. There's no such thing as a perfect phone, but this video is just strictly about 5 things that I don't like about this phone, and maybe they could improve upon it. But before we get started, I want to wish you guys a happy new year. Hopefully you guys are taking care of yourselves out there, and let's jump into the video. When it comes to OnePlus, there's always one thing that bothers people, and it's mainly the camera, that it's not usually as great or doesn't measure up to the likes of Samsung or Apple or Google. And they do have the hardware to back it up, but they just don't have the image processing there. So I know over time they've been pushing updates and updates and updates to improve the camera quality, but even though it's receiving so many updates, it barely improves the camera. They're just incremental updates, so at the end of the day, they're not big updates where people are going to be like, okay, now they can compete with other bigger phone companies. But as of right now, that's one of the main things. But in the 3 months that I have been using this phone, there is other things that they can improve upon. Not as big as a camera, but other little things that you notice once you start using it day by day. Maybe in the software, maybe in the settings, little things here and there that I think they could improve on. So first thing I'm gonna say is the vision comfort. Now, the vision comfort is something that every phone company basically does. It basically makes the screen more softer on your eyes, so that way at night when you're laying down or you're just watching or you're using your phone at night, it doesn't hurt your eyes as bad. So they kind of put a filter over the screen, so it could be kind of a little darker, a little more neutral color, more yellowish, more orange. So like I said, they use that so it won't affect your eyes. But the only thing that I don't like about the vision comfort, that's what they call it for OnePlus. I think for Samsung they call it blue filter. But one thing that I don't like about it is that it doesn't activate until you turn on the phone. So if you turn on the phone from the side, it's not gonna have it activated. But once you like unlock it and everything, and once you go into the phone, then you notice that it goes into that setting. That's something that kind of bothers me, because when I have my Samsung phone or my Apple phone, right away when you turn it on, it's already activated. You don't have to wait for it to activate. So that's one of the reasons why it kind of bothers me, because this has been going on for a while now, and it is kind of annoying because, like I said, at night I do watch a lot of videos. So sometimes when I turn it off and then turn it back on, and sometimes it just gets bright in your face, and then once you log into the phone, then the vision comfort activates, and that's when it dims down a bit. But I don't think that's such a great idea. I think it's better off if it's already activated once you turn on the phone. So if you have to wait for it, I kind of don't like that part. Alright, number 2 is gonna be that the display does not get as dim as I like. Now, on the other side, it does get very bright, especially if you're outside and the sun's hitting directly at the phone. It does get very bright. But if you're at night, again, watching YouTube videos or scrolling through social media, it does get pretty bright at night, even if you have it at the lowest setting. Now for me, like I said, this is all based on my opinion. Not everybody's gonna agree with me. I think they could do a lot better job on that, and that's something that they've been suffering for a while now. When I had the OnePlus 7 Pro, it was the same issue. At night, I put it at the lowest setting, and even with that, it was still kind of bright at night. So during the day, it's fine, doesn't bother me at all. It's just at night when I'm watching stuff on my phone, that's when it does hurt my eyes a lot. And throughout this video, I'm going to be comparing this phone to the OnePlus 7 Pro, because that is the only other OnePlus phone I've had in the past. So other than that, I just want to get that out the way, because later on I will be comparing this screen to other phones as well. I'm just hoping that they do create a software update in the future where they can dim the phone a little bit lower than it can already, but that's just my opinion. And number 3 is going to be the cameras. So just like I said at the beginning of the video, the camera is where OnePlus has always struggled. Besides the OnePlus 8 Pro that came out last year, last year, that's probably the only phone they've made so far that competes with Samsung and Huawei. But every other phone underneath the 8 Pro is kind of like it's not a confident shooter. I'll say that for a fact. So when I first got this phone 3 months ago, I thought it was okay. I thought it was decent for me at the time. But over time, you get to see all the little things that this phone struggles in, especially in low light environment. this phone just breaks in low light environment. It's only a good shooter if you're outside or if you have a lot of good lighting, and that's it. If you're in low light environments, like I said, this phone is gonna struggle. Now this phone does support nightscape, so for nighttime shots that are still, then yeah, I think that's perfect. But for me, that takes a lot of pictures of my son, my family, you know, people in action, then it's really hard to take a picture of somebody moving and then you see there is a lot of blur in the pictures. So that's one thing that has bothered me over the past few months that I've been having this phone. So I decided to download Gcam, and it has improved the image quality a lot, but I noticed that there is times as well when they both kind of struggle in the same situation. Like I said, in low light environments, they both kind of struggle. The Google Gcam does do a little bit better image processing, so at the end of the day, I do like that one better, and it's better for selfies. For the video camera, they're both kind of similar. That's probably another thing that kind of bothered me about this phone, that the video recording isn't that great as well. Now I don't know if it's just me that I got used to Apple, because when I had the OnePlus 7 Pro, video recording on that camera was really good in my opinion, and I've showed videos from that phone to the people and they also agreed. But when I left the 7 Pro for the iPhone SE, I mean, every iPhone has amazing recording capabilities, so maybe I got used to using the iPhone camera so much that when I went from the iPhone video camera to the OnePlus 8T, I noticed the decrease in quality and sound and basically everything. So I don't know if that's just me, in my opinion, and my personal experiences, but I don't like the video recording in this phone that much. So hopefully they do improve upon both the video recording and camera system in future updates. So for now, if you really want to get better picture qualities in your OnePlus 8T, I suggest just downloading the Gcam. Okay, fourth thing I don't like about this phone is the always on display. Now I'm not gonna say I hate it because I use it half the time, but I feel like it's kind of buggy at times. So there's situations where I'm driving to work and it's 5 in the morning and I have it on, and for some reason it turns off, even though I have the always on display scheduled to be on all day. When I'm driving, for some reason the screen just turns off completely, and I have to like tap it, and then the ambient display will wake up and then it'll turn off again. Even though I had the always on display on the whole day, it's not keeping it on the whole day. So I've encountered that a few times. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a video on that because it happens here and there. So it's probably just a bug that's been going on my phone. Maybe just my phone, or I don't know if other people have been getting the same issue, because I haven't really looked it up to see if this is a common issue with the OnePlus 8T, especially if you got it through the T-Mobile variant. But for me, that's just something that I've noticed that has been, you know, kind of bothering me for a while now. Another thing that kind of did bother me as well, this is just me being a little picky, but when you go to customize your ambient displays, you can switch it to whichever type of display you like on it. So the one I have is the regular one right here. I use the regular one right there, but when you go to this one, this is the one that probably everybody uses, and this one is pretty nice because it lets you know how many times you unlock your phone and how long you use it for throughout the day. So I do like this setting a lot. The only thing that I don't like about this is that it's in military time. So I don't know if you're able to see it right there, but it's in military time. I just kind of wish that it was just in the 12-hour clock variant. Like I said, this is me nitpicking, but most of the time I have it on the regular one because it matches with this display setting right there. So once you turn it off and you have it on, then you see it right there, and then once you click it, it just gets brighter. So I don't like changing it, so I like leaving it like that as it is. So that's just my opinion. Okay, and the fifth thing that I don't like about this phone is the hole punch display. So I'm gonna go back to the OnePlus 7 Pro. I think I got so used to that phone because it was notchless. It had no camera card out, no nothing. So when I went from that one to the iPhone SE, even though the iPhone SE had a big chin and big forehead, there was nothing interrupting the screen at the end of the day. But with these new phones coming out, and with the hole punch display either on the left, center, or the right side, for me it kind of does bother me. I know I did a review on this phone a few months ago and I said that I didn't think it was really a big bother to me, but now that I've been using it with a screen protector, I'll say this: if you have a screen protector on your OnePlus 8T, it's annoying because it creates another circle on top of the cutout, obviously. So when you put your phone like this or like at the side, you see like another ring on the screen protector, which is kind of annoying. Like I said, all these little complaints I'm having about this phone are little tiny complaints and not huge big software, you know, complaints about everybody that's been going through the same thing. This is just my personal experience, things that bother me only. So that's why I'm just making a video about what bothers me the most about this phone. And like I said, it is kind of annoying, just kind of like when you get it at a different angle, you get like a double ring. I'm pretty sure you guys won't be able to see it, but like I said, after a while you kind of get to see it, especially if you don't put the screen protector perfect. And usually I try doing it perfect, but this one didn't come out as perfect, but it does bother me from time to time. And I did go without a screen protector on this phone for about a few weeks, and I think like that is a lot better, but I don't trust myself, especially where I work and with my son always holding my phone, so I don't want my phone to crack. So I just place a screen protector on there, and at the end of the day, that's just what bothers me. I always like this background. As you see, it's like Spider-Man hanging from the punch hole cutout right there. I think that was pretty cool. So that's been it. Like I said, those are 5 things that bother me about the OnePlus 8T. Things that maybe they could improve on upon the future. Like I said, they're not huge complaints, but those are the 5 things that have been catching my attention the most in the past few months that I've been using this phone. So like I said, hopefully with future updates or what, maybe the next OnePlus 9 will improve upon those little complaints that I've been having, or maybe other people have been having the same complaints as well. So other than that, make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time.